In 1871, Prime Minister John A. Macdonald promised the government of British Columbia that they would have a railroad connecting them to the eastern provinces if they joined Confederation.
In 1880, the government signed a contract with a syndicate of 5 men headed by Sir George Stephen and including Donald Smith. They agreed to build the railway connecting Colander Station in Ontario to Kamloops, BC. On February 16, 1881, the Canadian Pacific Railway Company was formally incorporated.
The first spike for the new transcontinental railway was driven into a railway tie in Colander Station in Bonneville, Ontario.
In January of 1882, the Canadian Pacific Railway recruited an experienced American railway engineer named William Van Horn to supervise construction. Later he became the president and chairman of the board.
Under his supervision, 673 kilometers of track were built between April 1882 and January 1883. After that, construction slowed down a little, and it was getting more expensive because it was difficult building through the tough rock of the Canadian ships. The Canadian government decided to give more money to the railway company because troops were able to get there in just 7 days on the railroad to stop the rebellion in Saskatchewan, led by Louis Riel.
Many immigrants, primarily Chinese men, came to work on the railway. There were many accidents and casualties. It was hard work, cutting through the coastal and rocky mountains. It took a lot of labor, bridge building, and blasting skills as well. Under the supervision of Andrew Onderdonk, the railway was being built from west to east to meet the construction team working from east to west. They met in Craigellachie, BC. It was a day for celebration. On November 7, 1885, at 9:22 a.m., the last spike was driven in to symbolize the completion of the first Canadian Transcontinental Railway. It was hammered in by Mr. Donald A. Smith, who was a major shareholder in the Canadian Pacific Railway Company. Traditionally, a gold or silver spike was used for these types of ceremonies, but William Van Horn insisted that the company save money and use a regular iron spike. Unfortunately, Mr. Smith's first attempt bent the spike and another spike had to be used. This time he used careful taps while the workers cheered. After the officials left, the workers had a ceremony of their own to enjoy their accomplishment with pride and satisfaction. It took 12,000 men, 5,000 horses, and 300 dog sled teams to build the railway covering 1,900 miles from Colander Station to Kamloops, BC. At the time, it was the largest and costliest railway ever built.